I legitimately hate the music business. I really do, man. It is.
In a weird way, that's comforting for me to hear.
Yeah, I've not met an A&R guy that I like. I've not met an A&R guy that I feel like describes the definition of what A&R actually was meant to be.
Right.
Everyone makes decisions out of fear, and you can't do that when you're creating. I feel like I'm personally ready for the music business to burn to the ground and us to get to the other side of whatever this is that we're in. Because when I was a kid, the music business, whether it was good or bad, it was successfully operating, right? People were making money selling records, whether you liked the model of how it worked. And then I don't think it's coincidence that I moved to town the same year that Napster went online. And I'm like, I'm here, I'm ready to make my mark. And it's like, the music business just... so I've had to actually... And I will admit, I am part of what destroyed traditional recording studios, being a guy that was like, I can't afford to do that, but I can't afford a laptop and, a hard drive. And now I'm at the other end of that where I have a full studio and there's kids coming in with laptops. And it's like, okay, I caused part of this, and now I'm trying to survive in a post-music business world. But it's a necessary evil, It's like I can't just sit on my high horse and say, I only want to work with people that are, non-label, passionate, independent artists. It's probably more than half of my income, but it's just, if you're gonna feed your family, if you're gonna play the game, it's a necessary evil. And so what I've been trying to do for the last 5 or 6 years is try to distance myself as much as I can from the stuff that I know instantly kills my creativity, like budgets. I spend, as much time talking about the budget of a record as we do making it. And not with independent artists, with labels. Mm-hmm. They just overcomplicate everything. A lot of the labels in town are signatory to the union, so there's a lot of paperwork and I hated tests in school. So all that stuff really affects. Like if I got to talk about a budget for an hour and then go in and try to be creative, it's just not going to happen. Or it's just going to take me a long time to switch gears. So I decided to try having a manager probably 10 years ago and not to find me work, because there's no manager out there that I know of that can represent an artist and actually bring work in. But where I found it was valuable enough for me to give a portion of my income to this person was to say, okay, I'm not talking to anybody at the label other than the A&R guy. I will help on the budget when we're trying to figure out, what the scope of the project is, and then you got to deal with it. And anything that comes up along the way that I need help with, I'm going to turn to you. And that has been worth every penny that I have not, a lot of times you look like, oh, this person wants to take 15% of my income. I can't afford that. Well, you can when all of a sudden you have this much more time to actually make music because you're not dealing with, the stuff that you're not good at. So for me, it was just surrounding myself with people that are good at the stuff that I can't spend time doing. Another one is file management. I can do it. I taught my guys how to do it, but if I'm gonna continually generate money, I can't be sitting in front of a computer screen making sure that all the right versions of a song got printed. I need to be in the other room writing the next song or whatever. So it's just thinking about what am I doing? What can I outsource that, you know, at the end of the day isn't affecting the total outcome of the record? And I know if y'all are like me at all in this room, I've got a serious problem of like being obsessive compulsive about a project and knowing, well, I need to tune the vocals, you know, because I know how I want to hear them. Well, if you teach someone how to tune vocals the way that you want to hear them, it's not rocket science. And so maybe a better use of my time than tuning vocals is teaching Dewey how to tune vocals, letting him do that in the other room while I'm continuing to make the record, and we can get it done faster, get paid, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.